right, well, hey everybody, it's Grimm Green, grimmgreen.com, which, yes, I promise it will be a website again at some point. But anyway, Grimm Green, grimmgreen.com, back here today. Thank you so much for joining me again here for another review. We're going to be talking about an RTA today. I love the Reload RTA, so chances were already pretty good that I was going to enjoy the Reload RTA, and thankfully, yeah, dude, it's so good. What we're going to do right now, it's this right here. I guess I should show it. It's on the Sigeli Chaos. But what we're going to do right now is go up close, as we always do. Quick, short, uppy, closey time. It's already built, but we're going to wick it and fill it and talk about it much more. All right, yeehaw. What we have here is the Reload RTA. You know me, I'm a huge fan of the Reload RTA, and the RTA, yeah, dude, it's good too. It's a top fill juice system, and the top has these like knurled nubbins on the top, which makes it super easy to just unscrew this big kidney shaped juice fill holes. In fact, the center is wide enough that you can kind of see down and see your coils in there as well. Bottom just unscrews to reveal your deck. It's kind of a slightly postless deck type of system. I mean, technically these are posts, but they're positioned in a different way. It's kind of like the old Beyond Vape Aria built sleeper RDA. It's got like kind of a raised block, and then you drop your leads in and you tighten it down on the sides here using a hex key or a, an Allen key. Airflow, very smooth and interesting, in from the side up into these sort of little, channels right here. I mean, those are directed directly at your coils. You tuck your wicks down in here, and then you have a slot right here where your juice is going to touch your wicks, go right up to your coils, and you vape, and yeah. Taking a real quick look at that 510 pin. Very nice, very protruding, very static. It is surrounded by what looks like to be a peak insulator, so if you know what you're doing, you can comfortably rock this on a hybrid mod. The airflow adjustment on the bottom is very firm. It is very stiff, and if you turn it and leave it there, yeah, you're not ever going to accidentally mess up your airflow. Rock it full open, it will stay full open. This has a lot of nice friction right there. It's still very smooth, but it will stay wherever you put it. There's no danger of accidentally adjusting your airflow down too low, too open. It'll stay wherever you want it. So yeah, it's a one-piece chimney on the inside, and what I'm going to do right now is wick this, juice it, fill it. We're going to get back out to normal view and vape it. So yeah, cool. It's built, it's wicked, it's filled. It does come with its own drip tips, but these are Goon compatible, so I always like to throw my own drip tips on there. This is a Jess Marie DHD nub tip. Fits in there really well, but as you can see, there's like a tiny little gap all the way around. Some other Goon tips I have that don't have the O-rings, they'll fit in there a little bit better, and there'll be a little bit less of a gap. So here we go. We got it set up on the Sigeli Chaos. We're gonna get back out to normal view. We're gonna vape it. So yeah, that's the Reload RTA, up close and personal. Very simple, very straightforward, nice easy deck to build on, and it is super easy to wick, you guys. I just wicked it like I would an RDA. It's no different than I wick that sleeper RDA. I put my coils in, I put my wicks in, I just push the cotton down, done. That's it. That's all you need to do. These are 2.5 millimeter coils. The cotton was, you know, snug throughout, and then you just trim it and press it down. I have had no issues with wicking, no issues with leaking, no issues with gurgling, nothing but a very nice, dense, warm, saturated, very saturated feeling vape. I've got this loaded up with Yig from the Grim Cult line. It's freaking delicious, dude. The flavor on this is top notch. It's a 0.14 dual alien from M-Turk. I've got it sitting, like I said, on the Chaos at 61 watts, and the vape is fantastic. The fit and finish, the construction quality of this tank is great. It is just spectacular. Again, kind of going back to that Goon version 1.5, this is the difference between a $70 RTA and a $25 RTA from China. You can just feel the difference in quality. Better materials, thicker walls, easier threads, nice fit and finish, O-rings on point, deck on point. It's great. Am I gushing about it enough? For me, for the way that I like to vape, this is kind of almost a perfect RTA for me. I enjoy warm, flavorful vapes with nice airflow and just a really clouds bro clouds type of experience. That's what I'm looking for in an RTA. That's why I use drippers, because drippers give me that experience, and very few RTAs have given me that experience. In fact, my list of RTAs that I truly love is a very short list. Coil Art Mage, remember the Mew tank from back in the day? Yeah, the Mew tank. Love the Serpent, SMM. I really like the Kylan RTA. I really dig that Pharaoh RTA. And now I really dig this Reload RTA. In fact, this is better than some of the other ones. I think this Reload RTA is a little bit better than the Pharaoh RTA in terms of simplicity, build quality, and quality of vape that I get from it. I think it's actually better than the Coil Art Mage. Even though I fell in love with the Coil Art Mage, I feel like the Reload RTA is a little bit better than the Coil Art Mage RTA. So yeah, the Reload is absolutely joining my short list of RTAs that I have truly fallen in love with. If I had to gripe about this, which I do, the only bummer with this RTA and with a lot of RTAs, it's the juice capacity thing. It's the juice capacity thing. If I really wanted to, I could blow through all this juice in probably 35, 40 minutes. If I was just sitting here vaping and working, I would plow through this tank. But the trade-off that you get from that is a little bit smaller of a tank, a little bit more low profile. I always say I want big capacity tank. You know, I'd love more capacity. But when I think about it, if I really think about it, do I want a giant honkin' like 10 mil tank on here? I don't really think I do. So I'm willing to put up with refilling this every hour on the hour in order to get that really good Reload RTA vape experience. And another very slight gripe is there's no juice flow control on here. So when you unscrew the top and you break that seal of the vacuum inside your tank, it tends to get sometimes not gurgly, but it feels a little bit over dripped. You know, on an RDA, when you over drip it just a little bit, that's kind of what happens here. It doesn't flood completely. It has never come out the air holes or anything like that. So what I do is I just get into the habit of vaping this tank down pretty much all the way down. If I have to refill it real fast in the middle, like I'm headed out, like I'm gonna go run errands or something, and I'm like, yeah, I really wanna take that Reload with me, but I need to fill it up, I'll pop the top and I'll fill it up, and then I'll instantly just vape through a little bit of the sloshiness, like 2 or 3 toots at the most, and then you'll kind of be back to normal. A little bit of like a juice flow control in here would have made this from like an 8 on the scale to like a 16 on the scale. And the thing is, I don't know where the scale begins or ends, so those are kind of just arbitrary numbers. But I feel like it would have been a little bit of an added value to have just a little bit of juice flow control, or have something like spring loaded so that when you twist the top, it like boop, like pops up and cover those juice flow holes into your wicks. Otherwise, it's a small gripe. So the Reload RTA is available on the VapeBlock app. There's a VapeBlock app for iOS and Android. Research. Yes, it is in the App Store and it is on the Google Play Store. This RTA is for sale almost exclusively through the VapeBlock app. You can use your Google Foo and find it in a few really random places, as well as a lot of clones. The clone, the Reload styled RTA, is going for about 12 bucks. I have no idea how good it is. The Reload RTA Authentic is $70. So, you know, vape budget hands. You're definitely gonna need your vape budget hands. But if the aliens came or the FDA came and they take all of my vape gear and I have nothing, I have no tanks whatsoever, is the Reload RTA something that I would seek out and buy? It's probably not going to be the very first thing that I buy, but having used this and knowing what I know about it and having gotten that really stellar vape experience from it, it's going to be on my list of things to buy for sure. I mean, I'm not going to come out of the gate with like, you know, a $70 RTA. I'll probably get another RTA to like vape and use and tide me over until I can save some money and buy a Reload RTA. This is an RTA that will probably never be out of rotation. I'm always going to be using it. It is so far, I mean, one of my favorite RTAs of the year. I'm really excited to see how that shapes up. I know I say that a lot, like things are either my favorite of the year or they're going to become my favorite of the year. I'm interested to get down to like December and see what exactly I'm still using throughout the year in December. Like which RTAs made it to the end, which were actually my favorite, which RTAs made it till the end, which were actually my favorite. I have a very strong feeling that the Reload RTA is going to be there. This is getting at least 3 banana stickers. It's fist bump. Never fist bumped a tank before. Coming very highly recommended if you're after a very, very well built, high quality RTA. Reload. The Reload RTA, it's stellar. The vape I get from it, amazing. And now I'm just repeating myself, so shut up, Nick. And one last thing that I have to praise this RTA for is the smooth airflow. This smooth of an airflow in an RTA is like a brand new concept to me, man, because even all the RTAs that I am completely in love with, they all have a little bit of turbulence involved. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of turbulence. The airflow feels just a little bit rough on all of them. The Reload RTA, not even a thought. It is smooth. It feels smooth and even and just, wow, just good. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. And I'm going to post a link down in the description to VapeBlock.com where you can install the app, where you can look for this RTA, or you can use your Google Foo and maybe find it around somewhere else. Although, as I said before, can't vouch for the clones. Anyway, that's what I got for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, yeah, everybody, right now, let's keep on vaping.